Ladies and gentlemen, but mostly gentlemen, we are back with another episode of Civilization VI, Rise and Fall. And things are heating up very, very quickly. I'm actually incredibly excited for what the future of Scotland is going to be. Because I came up with a list at the end of the previous episode, and it's time for us to actually start making progress towards that list and to start doing things that benefit the list. So the first thing we're going to do is change our policies, because we just finished the research of civil service. Boom, almost said the wrong thing. So one thing that I'm going to do is take advantage of the fact that Japan has declared war with us, and I'm going to switch on to a policy called raid. Yields gained from pillaging and coastal raids are doubled. Now, I'm not a bad guy. Generally speaking, I'm pretty friendly. I like to play friendly games of Civ for the most part. I don't like to war if I don't have to, because there's a lot of joy in just building up a city for me. So I feel bad that I have to do this, but in the end, it's going to be tremendously beneficial to us. So Japan has a harbor that is just begging itself to be pillaged. So in the next turn, when our galley has enough movement, it's going to pillage this thing, and we're going to get 300 gold out of it. And that's going to be super sexy. And to change our policy, we're going to start working on divine right for the monarchy government, because that has 3 military policy slots, which we can take advantage of, as we are going to start building a lot of military units pretty soon. Now, as for the production that we're going to go for, generally speaking, we don't really need any more builders. I mean, another builder never hurt, and we do have a policy on that's giving builders additional charges. So you know what? I'm going to make a builder in Sandwich City. It's going to take 22 turns. The districts from here would take an eternity. So maybe what I'll do is, as I finish trade routes, I'll start sending them all to Sandwich City so we can up their production by having some internal trade routes. Next thing we're going to do, there was something, right, I have another galley over here that needs to come back, because eventually these galleys will become important to the destruction of Macedon's coastal cities, of which he has 2, because I can promote those galleys into caravels, which are incredibly strong naval units. So there we go. Let's go to the next turn. This one is going to get shot at a little bit, but I don't think it's going to get killed by this city. Hopefully not. That would be devastating. No, they're fine. They're totally fine. Boat might have a few holes in it, but it's okay. A couple of holes never hurt anybody. Here's where the real fun begins. The dock is about to get pillaged. Boom, 300 gold. Amazing. That's beautiful. So this was not a plan, right? I didn't deliberately stay at war with Japan so that I could one day pillage his coastal tiles. I just ignored it because I knew he was never going to really attack me in before the samurais come across the hill. But, you know, it wound up being a good thing that I kind of forgot that he was at war with me, and just now I can take advantage of it. So I believe I get another pillage on that coastal tile, so we're going to do that. Unfortunately, I don't think there are any other cities of his that are easily pillaged or that have anything of value, so unfortunately 600 gold is all we're going to get, but that put us at a hefty 2320, so that's pretty nice. It's going to be important for us when we start upgrading our units, which we are not going to do right now because we don't have the policy equipped to do so, to reduce the cost of upgrades by 50%. Phenomenal card. Whew. I'm on a high right now. I'm feeling super energized. Now, one thing that is a little bit bad for the moment is that we don't have a lot of active trades going on for amenities with other nations, so we're not capitalizing on the true power of Robert the Bruce at the moment, which is a bit rough, because the main thing that you want to do when you're Robert the Bruce is have all the freaking amenities in the world, so your citizens are happier, they produce more production, and they produce more science. So right now we're not getting that, and that is hurting us a bit, but it's not hurting us like crazy, because we're not in negative amenities all over the place, but Stolen City is struggling, so that's affecting how fast they build things. When I do have a chance to change policies, I'll shift around as much as possible to things that increase the amount of amenities we get to try and cover that, because our goal is to keep that as high as possible.
Few inventions have been so simple as the stirrup, but few have had so catalytic an influence on history.
I can imagine the knight in shining armor had a huge impact on the battlefield. We'll be sure to build a few of those before we charge into Macedon and decimate them. So next up, I'm going to go for military engineering and gunpowder. This is a very long research project. It's going to be 69 turns before we get that. But if I don't declare war within 69 turns, then the one swordsman that I have, who's currently walking across the fields of wheat and the plains, he will get promoted into a musketman and he will lead the charge. But I'm not going to hold out for that. If I happen to be ready for battle before I get the musketman policy, I'm going to go in regardless. I don't think Macedon will be too much of a threat, even if I don't have guns. I think I'll be strong enough to take him down. What else? So we do have man, there's so much stuff to do, man. There's so much. I've put this war off for too long. You know, here's a little piece of advice for you that I know you didn't ask for, but don't put things off for longer than they need to be put off, because if you do that, it's gonna boil over eventually. It's gonna come to a head, and you're gonna be more frustrated than you need to be. All right, so that's my advice for you. I'll give you an example of that. I ride the subway all the time because I live in New York City and I don't have a car. I'm not bitter. Yes, I am bitter. I hate the fact that I don't have a car. It sucks. Anyway, take the subway all the time, and because of that, I see a lot of subway performers, which is, I actually find them quite enjoyable most of the time, right? There's something nice about a person that wants to share their art with the community, right? They want to play music for people and potentially brighten their day. You know, it's nice. I enjoy it. Most of the time. Most of the time. But sometimes it gets under my skin in a very real and disgusting way. Building a catapult out of Valos City. I do not like subway performers that sing pop songs. They drive me completely insane. I don't care about your cover of One Dance by Drake. I don't care about your cover of the latest Miley Cyrus song. I do not want to hear any of it. If it's original music, fine, but I don't want to hear your shitty cover of some shitty pop song. It gets under my skin because they always think they're so cool. Here's the line that I always get that always bothers me the most. Ladies and gentlemen, I hope you enjoyed the music. If you would like to, please leave a donation. And if you a fine lady, you could leave your number too. That wouldn't be a bad thing. Get the fuck off the train. That shit gets on my nerves. Get out of here. It's the same thing every damn day. Come up with a new line, for crying out loud. It's not like I'm any more creative. I'd probably use the same line over and over again regardless. Anyway, I don't know. Just certain things get on my nerves. And they shouldn't. They really shouldn't. But either way, we just got a boost for civil engineering. Having constructed so many types of districts, your engineers have been skilled in city construction. Boom. So that must mean we just finished our industrial zone in Stolen City. Now here's where it gets real tricky, real scary. We got things to build, and I don't know exactly what to build. What would be the best thing for us to do right now? I'm thinking it would be starting on that military production, because as you can see, it takes a long time to build military units, and I would like to have a couple of knights. I would like to have... Well, I have a bunch of archers, which I'll promote into crossbowmen, so that's not an issue. But yeah, I feel like I need to start on military production, but also this whole amenity issue is disconcerting, and an entertainment complex would do a lot to alleviate that. Yes, I'm not entirely sure what the best course of action is, but I feel comfortable starting production on a knight, because 39 turns is a hell of a long time. I would like that to be finished sooner rather than later. I'll deal with the amenities through policy changes in the near future. Now, we also just finished the university in Not In My House, and it looks fantastic. This mountain university is so gorgeous looking. I love it. And it is time for us to choose what we build next. Again, the entertainment complex is a great idea. Industrial zone, equally great. And I think I'm gonna go for the industrial zone. Maybe when their population goes up to the next tier, then I'll do the entertainment complex. That seems like it'll be the right choice. You know what? Entertainment complex. The city of Not In My House needs to be the most beautiful city that I have. And right now it's made a little bit ugly by these mines and whatnot off to the back. But at the same time, the mines have been carefully placed away from all of the beauty. So I feel like it's okay. And so I'm going to try my best to keep the city of Nim looking sexy. So I'm going to build an entertainment complex so that we've got this quartet of awesomeness. We've got a campus where all the college kids running around getting educated. We got the government building for when you need to do your taxes and visit Judge Judy, file a lawsuit. You never know. Then we got the commercial hub. This is where the students go to buy their Doritos and their funny cigarettes, whatever, have a little fun. And then we got the entertainment complex where you have your music festivals and stuff. Actually, no, you have music festivals in the theater square. It doesn't matter. We'll build one of those eventually. Either way, there's going to be like Ferris wheels and shit. It's going to be great. Anyway, let's go to the next turn. Your people's glorious age looks a lot like gloating to me. I look forward to the day you fall. Hashtag I know who my real friends are. We just entered a new era and we got the golden age benefit, which is super awesome. So as soon as we change up our government to the monarchy and change our policy cards around, we're gonna switch over to that and see which golden age policy would benefit us the most. So first things first, retainers, +1 amenity for garrisoned units. This is going to be an awkward cut. Retainers, +1 amenity for cities with a garrisoned unit. Next up, +50% production towards medieval and Renaissance era melee, anti-cavalry, and ranged units. And third and final military policy is +50%. Where is it? Where the hell is it? +50% production towards medieval and Renaissance era heavy and light cavalry units. We're going to leave everything else the same. The Medina Quarter can stay, +2 housing in cities with 3 specialty districts, and serfdom. Newly trained builders gain 2 extra build actions. Boom. Yes. Confirmed. Ancient traditions of governance evolve, and Robert the Bruce chooses monarchy as its new way to rule. Exciting. Now, for the dedication, I'm thinking maybe one that focuses on religion. Exodus of the Evangelists has evolved a little bit, +2 movement for all missionaries, apostles, and inquisitors. Additionally, newly trained ones gain 2 charges. That's pretty powerful. And I could use it to convert some stuff. I could use it to create some religious units. That would be nice. A lot of the other stuff isn't super beneficial, but reform the coinage is fascinating. So your trade routes can't be plundered, and international trade routes provide 3 gold per specialty district in the foreign city. That's exciting. That has opportunity. And it'd be kind of interesting if I sent out trade routes to all of the cities that Alexander has to expedite my units traveling to them when they destroy it. So that'd be a fun policy to manipulate, but I don't know how well it would play out in the long run. Monumentality is pretty standard, but I would like to keep my faith for religious units. This one allows you to purchase civilian units with faith, and because we don't have a lot, I don't want to spend it on that. And the final one, I don't even know how to pronounce that. I'm not going to try. Hic Sunt Draconis. It gives you benefits for founding new cities on different continents, which would have been nice when we made Havana, but we don't need it right now. So you know what? I'll go for reform the coinage. It's pretty decent. Boom. Selected. As our trade routes finish, I will send them to Macedon cities to create roads to facilitate a swift destruction. So there we go. And we're in a golden age. We've got a new form of government. Our units are building significantly faster. We're getting a trade incoming from this guy, Trajan. And it looks like he's happy to send us even more than he was initially asking for. So I'm trading an amber for pearls and some gold per turn and open borders as well. Not bad. This is going to get our amenities up even more. bringing us back into the positives, increasing our production and science yield across our cities. Thumbs up. I was a little bit nervous when I saw the red symbol, because Robert the Bruce gets such a huge benefit from having positive amenities, but now that we're back in the green, I feel like I can relax a tiny bit. So, I think what we're gonna do is take 5, and when we come back, we will continue producing and improving our city and getting ready for battle, man. This is gonna happen sooner than you think. So, with all of that said, the name of the game is Civilization VI. The name of the channel is iBluairJgR. Gaming for comedy. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and leave a comment. Let me know if you're nervous about the war that's coming. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.